Elite Omnia. Is it as quiet and dead as they say it is? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. MFJJ here for PodiumArcher.com, talking about the Elite Omnia from Elite Outdoor Group. This bow is 6-inch brace height, 32 axle to axle, 4.5 pounds, claiming a 347 foot per second, 24.5 to 30-inch length options. Let's measure some of that and see. Biggest thing with them is they're claiming this thing is dead, so I'm interested to see. It has the same limb pocket tuning system as they had before, very similar cam to last year's model. Not a ton of change there, but looks good. 32 spot on there. Let's see what our brace height looks like. 6. It says, ooh. Spot on 6. Yep. See what our hanging weight looks like. Coming up at 5. Right at 5. Yep, 5 with a rest with a little vibrationing dampening stabilizer on it. So that's probably about 4.5 if you took that off when you weighed it. Let's see what it scales out at here. 71.4, so we're a touch heavy. Not terrible. Let's see how this thing feels.
You want to measure your
Yep. Thank you. My reflex. How much reflex does this bad mamma jamma have? Oh, and I didn't measure riser length on those others either. Dang it. So like about 3 inches of reflex. That's not entirely uncommon on a lot of bows built today. Some nail the low reflex design and some not so much. That's probably average, I bet, most. All right, let's see how she feels. Let's measure how long the riser was. Overall riser length on this 32-inch bow is 29 inches. The end of the pocket. Should be a stable platform. Here we go. So this is the more aggressive module, and it is a bit stiff. Not drastically more than anybody else is aggressive. That's dead. That's very dead. The pressure in the tension of it is in the front end. It is surprisingly decent coming into the back end. Like, it feels heavy at first and then it kind of lets over and it's not quite a hump. But this bow does feel very dead in the hand. Yeah, you feel it move and surge just a tiny bit, but no vibration. That's impressive. Oh, did I break one? Yeah, it's dead in the hand, man. Very dead. Let's see how fast they are. "71 pounds, 350 grain arrow, 30 inches of draw, the performance or aggressive module that comes on the bow standard." Here we go. 339. Oh, that one's broke. We'll have to reshoot one of these. We broke a lighted knock on the testy. Time to replace those. Anyway, they made it over a year. Here's another one. .337. We'll go ahead and shoot one more just to be safe. Last one. 337. So I'm going to have to call this an average of 337, which is pretty darn fast. We haven't tested anything that fast this year, but we haven't tested anything with a 6-inch brace height yet either. Every bow that we've received thus far to test has been a 6 3/4 to 7. So it seems pretty spot on as far as an average. I mean, it's 10 feet below what they're saying, but you know, we find that to be really common on almost everything we test. We're about 10 feet short almost across the board. That being said, granted, I've only shot about 6 new bows this year so far. That's the deadest one I've shot. It has the least amount of vibration, least amount of residual shot recoil. So it's pretty impressive. If you got a dealer near you, I'd probably check it out and compare it. It looks like a really relatively good bow. I do have an optional limb stop option to give you a better back wall too, which is something that not everybody offers. So if you want a little give in the back end versus something a little more rigid, I encourage more rigid. It's more accurate, it's more consistent. So definitely keep that in mind when you're making that decision. And the company's been around a long time, so it's probably relatively reliable as far as warranty work, service work, getting things fixed later. But so all in all, it's a pretty impressive bow. I'm relatively pleased. Check one out. Head on over to the website, maybe buy a thing or two if that works out for you. Help support us, help keep us around, and help keep this content coming at you. Follow along on the Instagram, follow along on the YouTube. Keep checking us out. Appreciate you coming back.